Okay, like every year at this time, we're excited to get the season started. We've spent a lot of time banging on each other, all fall camp, all the way back last spring. So our guys are eager to line up against an opponent and hit somebody else other than ourselves, which, like I said, is the case every year. You get real antsy about this time of year and ready to get the season started. Excited to find out what kind of team we got. By all indications during spring ball and fall camp, I think we're going to be pretty competitive, but you never know until you line up and play somebody else, and so that's what we're looking forward to on Thursday, is to get an idea where we are as a football team. We're in pretty good health right now. In fact, we came out of fall camp as good as you can possibly hope. The majority of our injuries and things that set us back happened prior to fall camp. Appendectomies and Achilles tendons and shoulders and so forth. So I thought we came out of camp very clean, maybe the cleanest we've come out for a lot of years. Although, like I said, it was offset by those pre-camp situations that we had. But we're ready to go. Guys have worked hard. Captains have done a good job leading us to this point and keeping the work ethic where it needs to be. And practices have been very spirited and productive. So we're ready to get this thing started. Questions?
You haven't spoken much during fall camp about Northern Colorado. Obviously, your attention's there now. What do you know about a team coming into this year that was 0-11 a year ago?
Well, they've got some skill. They're a spread team, and they spread the field. And last year they were very much throw-first football team. Now, some of the things you read this year, there's always a lot of unknowns going into an opener, and this year is no different. They want to be more balanced, at least that's what we're hearing out of their camp, is they would rather be more 50-50 this year rather than so throw-oriented. They got a very good safety, number 32. I don't spend a lot of time on names, but number 32 is a good football player. And so, I've been more concerned about us this camp than any opponent. I leave the opponents up to the coordinators. I'm more concerned about our own guys and our own schemes and making sure we're doing things the right way.
Sean, the depth chart, I see Devontae Christopher or Kenneth Scott at wide receiver. Is that a change, or is that just
That's a product of Kenneth Scott playing exceptional football, particularly the last 7 to 10 days. He is really starting to emerge, and it's as I've said from the onset of camp, it's a competition every day, and you got to produce. And right now, Kenneth Scott has done enough in practice to warrant being a starter, or at least a co-starter at this point in time.
John White carried a heavy load last year. Do you anticipate those carries being distributed more with some of the depth you've seen in camp, or is it still start and finish with John?
John White is still the feature back. There's no question about it. He's our go-to guy. To say at the end of the year he'll have 316 carries, we hope that's not the case. We hope it's a little bit less than that. But he is still the main force in the run game. We're going to supplement his rushes with Jarrell and Kelvin and some other guys, but he is still the guy that will get the vast majority of the workload.
Coach, can you talk a little bit just about maybe the defense and what you want to see on that in this first game? A lot of focus has been on that offense.
Right. Defensively, we expect to be physical in the front seven, as we always are. Tough against the run. We expect to be able to control the run game every week, not just this week. No blown assignments in the secondary. Execution with coverage responsibilities, and tackle well. That's probably the most important thing, is to tackle well and efficiently, and that's been a strong suit of ours for years and years. I feel like we're one of the best tackling teams in the country year in and year out, and that really is the most important skill on defense, is the ability to tackle.
How comfortable are you with Jordan Wynn and his health and all that?
Very comfortable. He's 100%. We had the little, I won't call it a hiccup, but the few days there where the shoulder was tired and a little bit sore. Gave him the downtime. He came back Monday after, I think it was 3 days off. Has felt great ever since. We haven't put any limitations on him since that point, nor do we expect to going forward. So he's close to 210 pounds, which is about maxed out for his frame. And he's worked extremely hard in the offseason to get himself to this point. So I feel better about Jordan right now than ever at any point in the program, since he's been in the program.